your name?
My name is Kyle Austin.
Kyle Austin, another Detroit bass player. Where you from, Kyle?
I'm from Southgate.
South who?
Southgate.
Oh, Southgate?
Downriver.
Downriver.
Yeah.
Now, after listening to that bass, man, that bass, I don't know if it was your bass or my amp, but it sounded real good, man. I think it was, actually it's the bass player. You actually play very fine, and you have, to me, you have a unique style on that bass. What kind of bass is that, man?
This is a Fender
Can you
Special
turn
Run.
this way some more so I can see it?
This is it's a P-bass special. It's a special edition because of the color. This is Fender Seafoam Pearl. I did the Pearlwood pickguard myself. I got a hip shot detuner right up here, my little special edition sticker. Stock pickup.
Let me see the body. Let the camera see the body. Yeah.
It's got the stock pickup. It's got a 70s thumb rest on it. It's got a bigger mass bridge with active electronics.
Yeah. Now the weird thing, this is my first time ever seeing a precision with precision with two pickups, with a P style and a J style pickup, and some EQs, some different. First time ever. And this bass is called a what?
This is a Fender P-bass special.
Wow, wow! You play that very well, man. I'm gonna have to pick that up if you don't mind, just to feel what it's like.
For sure, man.
Okay, so we here hanging out at the Stardust with my man Carl. Oh, I was right the first time, Kyle. And I got a question for you. I usually like to ask, when did you start playing the bass, and why?
I started playing the bass at 13. I had joined a band with a few friends from school through our band program, and through natural selection, I was the worst guitar player. So I was Paul McCartney when playing the bass. My friends lent me a 5-string Squire bass to learn on, and I picked up the bass in about a week and a half. We played our first show 2 weeks after that. We played a Battle of the Bands, took second to last place.
That's good.
Progress. And yeah, I've been playing on and off ever since. So I'm mainly on. This is my main instrument now, and I love it, man. This is my passion right here. So.
Right. Now we did an interview with my man here, Rich. I forgot to ask one thing. If anybody here has any questions for any of these fine bass players, feel free to chime in. And with that being said, assisting on this interview is my man Chris.
Yes.
Cynthia, both Chris and Cynthia Willis, and their daughter Brittany, who goes by, would you say, Be Real? Oh, Benny Nicole, my bad. All right, and we also have with us. And of course we got with us.
Y'all know me. Never heard of it.
And
Paul and Scott.
Paul, we also have John Sargent. And John Lavelle.
Don Max.
John.
Paul.
Rich. All you guys, if you want to chime in on this interview, ask any questions, please feel free to chime in. Now, somebody said, I got a question, and that was John Sark.
Yeah, I noticed these first two gentlemen, they both started playing age 13, and they both traded to the guitar, but I just but once you switched from guitar to bass, was it like a natural feel to you once you started playing that instrument as opposed to guitar?
Yes, in my case, yes. I always seem to understand the bass more. I don't want to say it's a lack of 2 strings or whatever. I disagree. I think both instruments are equally challenging in their own ways. The bass just felt better in my hands. I have naturally bigger hands from my father, so the bass just always felt better, more comfortable, and just grooving, man, just jamming.
And you like the role of the instrument itself?
Yes.
Yeah, that's cool. Yes. That's what I was looking for.
And to add to this question, yes, the role of the instrument I like because you're more like with the drummer. You want to be connected with the drummer instead of trying to be the guitar player all over the stage. You know, sometimes I think what really basically drew me to play bass was like connecting with the drummer. You know, because you want to just like, you know, everybody else is jumping around the stage, but you just want to just lay in the pocket with the drummer.
That's an important foundation. I don't care how good a guitarist or a keyboard or a singer, if you got a bad rhythm section, that's the death of the band. So you got a good drum and bassist.
Yeah, I try to relate to his kick drum, you know, trying to notice y'all becoming one, you know, blending together. No one's overplaying like this, you know. If you got that good relationship with the drummer, you can go to all kinds, set all levels. That's my
opinion. You set the stage for the Prince guitar player thing. But no, that's cool. I just wanted to know if it felt, you know, because I'm a guitar player, but by extension I started playing bass, and it was a different adjustment. I'm getting better at it, but it is a good feel to be connected, being the plate that the rest of the food is served.
I mean, no offense to guitar players.
I
tried to play the lead, but it was just something that's, I mean, I couldn't get adapted to the strings, you know. But when I finally playing the bass, and then just like one thing, I was sidelined with the injury because I had a major stroke.
Oh wow!
But then with paralysis on the left hand, so I kind of had to work my way back into it.
Oh, that's cool.
And so you know that's one thing I never would give up. Because it became a passion, you know, a gift from God to me.
I ain't mad at you.
Oh no.
All right, so so that brings me. It made me start to ask the interesting question. You say you started playing at 13, and then 2 weeks you was gigging, right? That is awesome. You know what? In both you guys' cases, I think the bass called you. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure that's true for a lot of us. It's just the bass said, "Hey, I want you to play me." and the interesting question I got is, do you recall the first song you learned and then felt good about, like, I got this?
Yeah.
What was that?
The first song I learned on bass, we learned as a band, we learned Communication Breakdown by Zeppelin. Simple song, just a jam, and I remember we had that song in the pocket so quick, it was such an easy thing for us, but being 14-year-old kids playing Zeppelin songs, it was a cool thing, you know?
Yeah, you look kind of young. Listen, I mean, you may be 50. I don't know, but you look kind of young for. Why did y'all pull out that awesome '70s classic, the best music in the world, rock? And you being such a young guy when you should be playing the Pussycat Dolls or something.
Right. Just a group of friends I hung out with high school. We all dug the old Zeppelin records. All of us had Van Halen cassettes in our collections, and we just Black Sabbath, Van Halen, Leonard Skinner, AC/DC, Def Leppard. I mean, just the good stuff, the stuff that music was about. Ted Nugent. I'm the biggest Ted Nugent fan in the world. So, just the foundation of what music has become. You know, Chuck Berry, just all those jamming songs. We just loved it instantly. But that being said, I am a younger fellow, so I do listen to a lot of newer stuff.
Like what? Give me an example of a lot of newer stuff.
Well, there's
because I don't know.
There's a few heavier bands. There's a band called System of a Down out of California.
Yeah.
They're real heavy. I really dig them. Tool. I was playing a little bit of Tool earlier. Linkin Park's awesome. My personal favorite band of all time is a band out of New York called Coheed and Cambria. Little underground name for all you older folk. But,
what about early Korn?
You know, Korn was cool. I really like their approach, especially the percussive bass. I don't really get a note definition, just the clockiness or the clackiness. But I mean, some other newer bands. There's a metal band called Death Clock. Is a newer metal band, and they're really good too. Muse is another really good new band. They're really good in the pocket.
Well, give me some of your favorite bass players of all time. If you know them by name, just
sure.
If you don't, just name the group. You know, it's cool.
Well, starting from the foundation, my biggest influences, favorite bass players, John Paul Jones, Steve Harris of Iron Maiden, Tom Hamilton of Aerosmith, Paul McCartney, of course. And then I started kind of getting more into the 80s stuff. Dave Ellefson of Megadeth, Jason Newsted, Metallica. Those bass players are definitely my group of bass players where I derive my sound from. So
that's awesome. So shifting gears, what you up to nowadays, Kyle?
Well, I've been jumping kind of band to band the past year and a half here, but I'm in a band with some of those same old friends from my first band, and right now the running band name is Remora, which Remora is a type of fish.
How do you spell it?
R-E-M-O-R-A. There's no Facebook page yet. It's still all in the works. We don't have any music posted yet. We have some. We played our first show about 2 weeks ago for a Veterans Day party. We played 4 hours straight of classic rock songs that we learned in about a week and a half. So that was our first show. We're still kind of getting our stuff together. I've been playing for my church since I was 15 years old, Twin Oaks Christian in Woodhaven, and every Sunday morning for about, I'm 19, so that's 4 years now, I believe, right? My math's correct. But I've been playing in my youth group band and the main stage church band for that time now, and that's where I stand right now. I'm just a passionate young guy who loves what he does, and this is my passion. Any
future aspirations for this instrument called the bass?
If I don't want to overshoot anything, but I mean I am striving to become a professional level musician, a touring musician, either be studio work in a touring band, my own band of my own. I'd like to be on the road. I'd like to be playing. So.
Well, you play a fine bass, and hopefully you play us out here in a few minutes.
Sure.
But if we did want to listen to you, find you, chat with you, rap with you, follow your progress, where can we find you? Is there any way to get in touch with you?
Well, I'm sure the easiest way right now would be through the Detroit Bass Players page. I monitor that pretty heavily. I'm very proud to be part of this group and this organization. I wear this group very proudly with this shirt and this pin.
Yeah, I see the shirt and pin.
Thank you. I go out and I definitely try to represent as best as I can in the name of the whole group. So you can access me through there or my own personal Facebook page, Kyle Lawson, or even simpler, just facebook.com/kman1993. So that's the best way to get a hold of me, and yeah, that's what I do. So.
All right. Well, anybody have any questions for this fine bassist here?
Yeah, I wanted to ask you, the group that you're in right now, Remora, what's the lineup right now? Guitar, drums, and bass, drums?
Sure. We have myself, a drummer, a longtime friend. We have 2 guitar players, and we have our lead singer, who's a female that I went through church my whole life with.
Okay.
So a good way to describe the sound is kind of like a modern-y, hardcore-ish, but with that good Zeppelin jamming, grooving vibe to it. So it's the best way to describe it.
Nice pocket, drummer and you.
Right. Oh yeah. So.
Okay. Anybody else? Well, thanks for doing this interview with us, man. Appreciate you coming all the way out to the Stardust at our pseudo basement. And that's BASSMINT at Reggie Canty's Not House. Okay. All right. Is there anything you like to say in closing before you play us out?
Just to recap, super proud to be a part of the group. I'm totally stoked I could be here today.
Did I ask you that already? Did I ask you, is there anything you like to say in closing already?
You just asked.
Oh, okay. Because it was like, hey, he just said that. I must have asked that already. So thank you very much, sir. Would you be so kind as to play us something out, please?
Absolutely.
What you gonna play? Us out.
I'll think of something.
Good answer. Good answer. Oh, that's good. All right, what's good?